Well, you know what? I love Garrett Wilson. And, it was kind of like, you don't go out, people troll, whatever. There was a subtle troll because, Sean Payton said that his players, no sunglasses, no Gilligan's hat, the bucket hat. You have to be in uniform. Even after you play, he's out of uniform. And he's doing an interview in-game. All the things, how's it going, Josh? All the things that Sean Payton doesn't like, there it is. A big fuck you to Sean Payton. That's how we do things here. I'm going to have my Gilligan hat. I'm going to have sunglasses. I'm going to be out of uniform. And I'm going to do an in-game interview. And that's what he's doing right here. And I like it. And I said, I was going to start off with the Mets stuff, but I saw this and I said, you know what? Jets 27-0. You had a pretty good game from Zach Wilson. It's still preseason. I'm not going to get crazy about all this stuff, so we'll worry about that later. Josh, yes, happy afternoon to you too. We talk a lot now, Josh and I. We have a relationship. We have a relationship over, through text. We're text buddies. We're TBs. Whatever you want to call it. It's a nice thing. All right. Saturday, I go to my first ever game at Citi Field. Citi Field is not Shitty Field. Citi Field makes Yankee Stadium look like a mausoleum, a prison, whatever you want to call it. It sucks. Citi Field is beautiful. We had people help us. Everybody was nice. They gave us a Mr. Met, like a bobblehead thing, which was cute, which was too big, so I had to buy a bag. And I was going to buy one, Alonzo or Lindor, they had like a backpack, but like something I could put my weight equipment in, bands and stuff. And bro texters. Yes, bro texters. Josh, we are bro texters. And a woman there tells us, well, this is $24. You could buy a tote bag for $6. I'm like, hey, thank you so much. The only thing was, I'm a big pretzel guy. They had a Bavarian pretzel, which was on the 6th floor. Lawsy has joined us. Lawsy, you want to talk any sports? Bring it on, Lawsy. Lawsy 7. You want to talk? Bring it on. I guess he's a wrestling fan. And yeah, bring it. But that was the only problem, that the Bavarian pretzel was all on the 6th floor. I got one, and then I wasn't going back up. And I actually had some stomach issues, which could have been a serious problem, but I caught it beforehand. And we're not going to go into detail. But as men know, sometimes when you look to relieve some gastral discomfort, that it could turn into something else which isn't gas. And there was a great movie, Along Came Polly, with the late actor who I worked on Patch Adams with. I really was an extra, but he was in Patch Adams. Name escapes me. Died of a heroin overdose. One of the funniest scenes on Along Came Polly, he goes, I sharted. We have a situation, and he goes, Ben Stiller goes, what? He goes, I sharted. Well, that could be a problem, but it was averted. I'm okay. But I really didn't need the game. Stomach wasn't feeling great. And we had great seats. And then you look at the lineup for the Mets, and you're like, hey, let me see this lineup for the Mets. Guys I never, ever heard of. Ever. Yeah, okay, so you had Reed Garrett, who came in later, 27th man, one of several waiver claim picks up. He gave a pair of 3-run home runs, gave up 6 runs. That's a guy who was in. So I'm looking at the lineup, and I'm like, wait a minute. Nimmo's not playing. Who the hell is DJ Stewart? Who the hell is Abraham Almonte? Who's Rafael Ortega? Who is Jonathan Arauz? Who are these guys? Oh, well, they were all guys that were, someone said it should have been a grapefruit league game. That's who these guys were. They were all picked up off waiver claims. They got Denyi Reyes, who was the starter. They got him in the winter off a minor league free agent. Okay, so there was a couple plays where DJ in right field couldn't get to. Well, because when you look like you just spent all afternoon at the buffet at China 35, that was in Chapel Hill, and eating that all day, he couldn't get to 2 balls. And then in left field, Almonte caught a ball, but he like fell over his own feet and crashed into the outfield like he wasn't meant to be playing left field. You were just like, holy shit, what is going on here? So, it's I really want the no-hitter because Michigan goes, I'm not staying. I said, if it's a no-hitter, I'm staying. So the fifth, we like to call, chunky fatty, Vogelback, he got a hit. And I was like, God damn it, she was so happy. Well, all of a sudden, I went upstairs to get something to drink. Oh, no, it was raining. And I saw a home run, so I'm like 5-3, but it was a home run by Olson, who hit 2 in the game. So I thought it was 5-3. No, it was 8-0. We go back, and then it starts really raining. In the 7th, we stay. Raining coming down harder and harder. 11-0, we decide, let's head out. It's 11-0. They're not coming back. It was poor, and actually, it started really pouring. So, 11-0. We're walking out, and then we hear there's another home run. It's 12-0. So Michigan, we get on the train, and we go to Hudson Yards. It's not raining there, and we're walking around. She goes, "What was the score of the game? 21-3. 21-3. They lost that goddamn game. They gave up 8 runs in the 9th inning. Danny Mendick, who is a shortstop, they put in for the last 4 outs, and he gave up 8 runs. They gave up 8 runs in the 9th inning. They gave up the most runs in a doubleheader. That they gave up. They lost 34-3 in the first 3 games. That was the biggest run differential ever. Or was it tied? No, the biggest run differential ever in Mets franchise history for the 3-game series. And that the 2 games on Saturday lost 21-3 and 6-0 was the most runs given up in 2 games since 1969 for the Mets. And I wrote a thing to Stephen Cohen, was like, how can you put out a team like this? You charge, Michigan got these tickets back in April, so these were expensive tickets. And now you get these tickets for like $12. There were real Met fans behind us, a lot of Met fans there. And to put out a team with 5 guys who are basically waiver claims, your 27th,